parking in the downtown area and entertainment district? And also, how will you balance kind of the economic and the convenience factors between the city and merchants and patrons?
Well, I can tell you a little bit of history about the recycling program. It started about 2005, first presented to the council, which we tabled to look at again. We didn't see it again until 2009. I shelved that plan because I wanted it to be a little more comprehensive and include residential in it. So at that point in time, we started.
Excuse me for interrupting. I was talking about the parking.
The parking.
Parking, yes.
Well, that is part of
Part
it,
of the
because you got to get to the parking, to the deck to understand.
Okay, excuse me.
So anyway, so we started on the paid parking program. And after that, we floated a bond over a year to look at it. And after a year, if we had enough money, we were going to start to build the parking deck. So the parking deck is something that we've talked about for 20 years. So you had to have the revenue stream to build the parking deck, which we now have. We have $5.5 million to build that deck. And it's going to take care of the parking issues down on Nixon Street. It's going to promote the business folks down there. Right now, the HMR tax is around 8%, and the sales tax is over 5% down there, so everybody seems to be doing pretty well down there. Now, there has been some confusion between the paid parking and the profit lot owners, but we're getting that worked out. But we need to move forward with the deck. We've talked about it 20 years, and one of the main things that business owners wanted when I met with them before we started the paid parking plan, their number one thing was to get that parking deck. Now we're on the threshold of doing that. We will have that to the city council in October, and they will make that call. But you have to start with the paid parking program to get to the parking deck to advance what we're trying to do.
Thank you. Same question, Dan. How will you address the future of parking in the downtown entertainment district and perhaps balance the economic and convenience factors in regard to the city and the
I'm sorry we just have 2 minutes, but this is the biggest issue on the people's minds in Vail right now. And I would handle it completely differently than we are right now. Number one, I wouldn't borrow, I told it $10.1 million after payments to build a parking garage, have a completely publicly funded parking garage put on public land. Is not going to generate any income, any property tax or sales tax. It's not going to have one more new person come downtown. What it is going to do is lock in this paid parking program that we have for the next 25 years to pay the bonds off. And I don't think we have $5.5 million. I think it's a bond that hasn't been sold yet unless things have changed. But what I think we should do is absolutely look at changing our whole focus on how we deal with parking in downtown. Because in our downtown master plan, which we spend a lot of time and a lot of effort on for thousands of citizens coming forward, said we want to increase the walkability of our downtown. We want more on-street parking. We want to access existing parking lots. There are 5 parking decks down there that are already built and paid for. They're virtually empty, a lot of them, after hours. One of them right next to Walton Arts Centers has 1 or 2 floors that they can lease to us inexpensively because it's underutilized. We have parking lots downtown that are virtually empty after 6 o'clock in the evening. Why would we need to build another parking garage that's not going to generate any new income and any new interest in coming downtown? What we tried to do when I was in office, we put a request for proposals out to the development community around the country to do civic centers, arenas, art centers, parking garages, and we said we want somebody to come in with a proposal to build us 200,000 square feet of new commercial space, retail, live work, and a theater, and all the requisite parking, and a 500-seat parking garage. And we got 3 bids. One of them was great, and then one said they would build all that for us on their dime. We wouldn't have to sell bonds to do it. And then we'd be getting property tax and sales tax off that because it would be in private hands, not public